Hello and welcome to another episode of A Gay in the Life. I'm Garrett.
I'm Blake.
And this week we have Michael and Zachary Zakar.
Hi.
Hello!
Welcome. But yeah, we wanted to reach out to you guys because it seems like you have a really interesting and unique story and coming out story, and you guys are from the same area.
Yeah, I grew up all over Detroit Metro. I lived in Redford off of 5 Mile.
Ooh, Redford girl.
And where you...
And
wait, you guys are from LA now?
Yes, so I've lived here for about 10 years, but he went to college here.
Okay, well, we might be neighbors soon.
No way!
Yeah!
I can't say why.
We got a secret project on its way. Hopefully we'll be there
soon.
When this corona's done.
That's awesome. Actually, why don't we talk a little bit about your Broadway play?
So we were already ready. We're like, so our off-Broadway play is based off our best-selling book, Pray the Gay Way. Yeah, we wrote Pray the Gay Way in 2017, and it basically follows our life for the last 10 years when we were first coming out and experiencing it as individuals and then coming together. And we grew up in an Iraqi family, and when we came out, our mother threw holy water on us, and that's what basically started Pray the Gay Way's journey.
So Pray the Gay Way is our shared coming out experience, and it talks about life, coming out, stupid adventures, culture, all that.
And all the
fun
things
stuff.
our mom did to de-gay us, which another one is when she found out we were gay, she also put holy grapes in our mouth while we were sleeping.
Holy grape. What is a holy grape?
A holy grape is a grape blessed by a priest that makes no sense, but into my mom's point of view, she wanted us to shit it out.
And guys, we're both still gay.
It didn't take. There needed to be a little bit more praying over that grape, I guess.
Did you both grow up obviously, if your family is religious, was that something that was a big part of your life growing up?
Yeah.
So-
I mean, we have a room in our house called the prayer room. It's where my mom prays and tries to, de-gay us.
Basically the whole house is a giant church.
We had our success with our book. It was a very fun 2 years of marketing it.
It was a crazy journey because we originally were looking to be published in a bigger store, and we got 35 no's from the literary agents because...
Can you guys believe that? That's bullshit. No, I'm just kidding. So we ended up self-publishing, and we're lucky enough to eventually transform our book into an off-Broadway stage play. And the last 2 years have been pretty wild. Michael and I have never been
on any stage, and they threw us right as the mains, which is great. I mean, we have experience in stand-up comedy, but not like full-on Broadway acting.
So it was a crazy
serious
transition.
hell.
Yeah, I had to do a shot my first show and almost threw up.
I had to do a bottle of Patron my first show.
So are you two still really close with your family?
Yeah. I mean, with our mom, she's our best friend. Like, in the book, you kind of learn that, like, with all of this going through, and this is kind of the big lesson of our book, at some point in your parent relationship, you got to realize that they're just humans that are still figuring out things no matter their age. And we gave that to our mom. She didn't understand the topic of being gay because in Iraq, that's not a topic that's easily discussed. So you can't fault her for that.
Yeah, and I think a big problem in Iraq too, people don't talk about issues unless it's in the immediate family.
Mm-hmm.
Like our family was always cool with the gay thing, like as far as we knew.
Oh.
Like our mom always says things like, I don't care that you're gay, I just wish it wasn't in my family. So there's this whole discussion of problems that are not, people don't they're blindsided, the problems that aren't in their immediate family. Are you guys engaged or no?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you. I stalked half, and I was like, I don't know how deep I want to fall into this rabbit hole.
Yeah, we got engaged about 2.5 years ago. Our wedding was planned for this coming February, but we had to...
Congrats.
Who engaged? Like, who gave the ring?
Oh, he proposed in Iceland.
Yes.
Oh, what day was it supposed to be in February?
Our 10-year anniversary on February 20th.
Okay,
I was like, we were waiting for it. Because our birthday is the 22nd. We're like, we about to come to this wedding.
Well, hopefully you guys move to LA and then you can come whenever we have it next year.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're the flower girls. You have to say this now on the recording.
You're going to have to fight my sister on that. She already wants to be the flower girl and throw hot sauce packets at everybody.
Are you guys both dating someone?
I'm dating someone, and it's been a year, and it's like, to me, I wasn't looking for a relationship, but we just understand each other. So it depends what happens when we start doing long distance, because I've never done something like that before, so we'll see.
Yeah, with my relationship, it's kind of hard because my future might end. Like I said, tomorrow we could be moving to LA, so we always have this internal fight. I might move tomorrow. Are you coming with me? So it's hard dating someone in the field because our jobs aren't 9 to 5. I mean, I don't know how much you guys experience the same similar problems.
Oh yeah.
I've had to leave for months at a time for other jobs. We are the beginning of our relationship for the first like 6-7 years was secret. I think they're a little bit more of a wide net within the Middle Eastern community. I know I've experienced it, and you guys have mentioned it as microaggressions. And I think for maybe some of our young audience or people that are looking to be better allies, could you open up a little bit more, like specifically what those things are or what they look like, and how to either help people who need to learn from them or help young people who just can like bounce it off of them like a shield
to navigate it? Yeah.
Well, I think this is an important topic because, we're about to come to our next election, and it's more important to not let those comments slide anymore.
It's especially difficult in Iraq. Microaggressions in the sense of like we went viral in Iraq last month, but in a negative way. We had a picture of
we had a rainbow flag and an Iraqi flag kind of melted together. And, I still stand by it. Yeah. I will always stand by it.
And we want to merge the two ideas that you can be proud and Middle Eastern. And our pictures usually get 200 comments. This one got 6,000 comments.
And it was basically like a go kill yourself, like this is disgusting.
I woke up with 2,000 DMs and they're all like aggressive.
It was insane.
A lot of voicemails from 15-year-olds. It's crazy. In Iraq, for the most part, in Baghdad and Iraq, all of that, they say gay people don't exist. So they physically, there's this blinders on. They're like, gay people aren't from here. Like that's their response.
We got that a lot. Like,
it's
you guys aren't real.
Yeah, I honestly say in Iraq, gay people are like unicorns because people in Iraq physically don't believe they exist. That's why our mom had the reaction she did, because it was never a topic that was brought up. And like Michael said, the only word in Iraq is farha, which means faggot. So there's no word in Iraq that translates to just a queer person.
When I was in high school, I went to Crestwood in Dearborn Heights, and I remember there was only one gay person that was out, and they were treated like a pariah. I don't think people realize how that's just trickled into our society, and how the microaggressions and toxic masculinity, where a lot of people will huff even at the thought of talking about it. But it's like when someone can't walk down a hallway just as they are without, I didn't have to say anything. I didn't have to look at anyone, and people would trail right behind me calling me a faggot or trying to fight me before I get into my car or you name it. It's definitely, it's prevalent within not just the Middle Eastern community, within the white community. It's a real issue.
I guess the biggest issue for me, as far as bullying goes, people will always try to spot. I thought in our book we kind of talk about this. I think people always try to spot something wrong with someone to bully them. When me and Michael were in elementary school, we were in special ed because we were misplaced. So people
we were in special ed for 10 years. No, you were in 6. I wasn't there before you.
Whatever. So I think growing up, we were bullied for being in special ed, and then when it came to middle school, I was bullied for being fat. And then when I was bullied for being Middle Eastern, then I was bullied for being gay. People just try. I think people, kids especially, just try to find anything if there's a difference. They don't. It's hard to be different. Michael and I never thought we'd be writers in some context. We just kind of wrote the book, and then in the middle of while we came out with the book, people were messaging us as well, and we ended up in the middle of it somehow created an app called My Twin Chat.
I'll pull it up.
And because a lot of people were just having issues with the similar coming out, so we made this.
So we have My Twin Chat, which it's a private text version where you can discuss topics with us in a text-based format, or you can open a conversation with hiding your name and everything. So it's so important to have the conversation open.
Yeah. Our tagline is, I had a twin when I came out. Now, so do you.
How cool.
I love that. Well, that's amazing. That's exactly why we created this channel. We can help raise awareness for young people. This is a great resource for them to have an outlet.
When did each of you realize that you were gay? Was it a separate thing where you kind of came together to talk about it at some point, or did you just both kind of know?
Never mind. So I had a girlfriend who was also a twin, and I ended up doing things with her brother, and that is how I found out. And I kept it a secret for so long because in high school, Zach was on the rugby team. So I was like, okay, I have the world's most annoying straight brother. And I just, we were both going through our own things. I was an artsy, fartsy kind of kid, and Zach was the masculine one. So I was like, okay, Zach's definitely not what I am.
I guess for me, when I first realized I was gay was probably around 16. I did have a fake girlfriend. Poor thing. She locked me in a closet to make out with me. We dated for 2 months, and I didn't touch her at all. But long story short, I started like I think people, you know how people like realize you're gay before you realize you're gay. I think like you're so in denial that you're so gay, and people like kind of call it out. This like kid approached me, captain of the basketball team at the time, and yeah, I know, we were like texting. He's like, I'm bi. He's like, we should make out. And I was like, sure, but don't tell anyone.
This is what happened. Me and Zach shared a phone at the time.
Oh, we shared a phone. And I told this kid, I was like, if you're ever gonna text me like code word 222, just to be like, before we get dirty or whatever. He literally texted me, like, thank God I had the phone. He texted me 222, let's make out. I'm like, you idiot. I was like, but it's fine. So I took our shared Razor telephone, my bicycle, went to his house, made out, and I was like, it all makes sense.
Hey, that's a good way to find out that you're gay, I guess. Right?
When you guys first come out, the first time with anybody is just the most exciting time. It was amazing.
We do talk about this a little bit now in our. I do say, like, I thought coming out would be, like, a one-time experience. Like, you're always coming out. Like, even though you came out to Disney and all that, like, you're still coming out to people who, A, don't even know you, or coming out to, like, someone else. You're always coming out. Like, I always thought our brand was open and wide and gay, and now that I'm seeing, like, Iraq is, like, shitting on us, I'm like, oh, God, we didn't come out to Iraq now. Now it's just, like, it's different coming out every time. And I feel like we come out to our mom, like, once a week. But, like,
I swear. She's like, still no girlfriend. And we're like, nope.
Speaking of, has your mom seen your play?
So, yes, she actually came to it twice. Once in Michigan when we premiered, and
in Minnesota.
She
okay, it's hard because, okay, there's two. In the first act, she's characterized as a villain because it's a play.
She almost walked out. She was so mad. She was like, what is this bullshit I'm watching? She's like, you guys made me the villain. I'm like, in any Disney film, you would be the villain, girl.
So by the end of it, obviously, like, was nice. But, like, so she stayed, she watched. She loved it. She said...
She was modeled after Mother Gothel, actually.
From
That's amazing.
She watched, and the second time she came in Michigan, she brought her sisters, and
that was a huge step for her, just because, 2 years ago she told her family, like, her very Arab family, that we're gay, and they were very supportive of it, and that's a great first step for her.
But she said under her breath, she's like, they're only supportive because they're not your children. You know what I mean? Like, she
still has those, sassy moments, but
yeah, I mean, our mom and us have come a very, very far way, and I think the conversation starts at home. Like, you just have to have this open conversation, and obviously we're fortunate to the point where, like, she didn't, like, try to, like, kill us. So I do think in a lot of families, like, it could have resulted in homelessness. It could have resulted in, and fortunately for me, I had my twin to look back on, and that's kind of our brand.
I always say for, like, people coming out, you have to stay level-headed even when your parents aren't, because for 3 years our mom was saying just very crude stuff towards us, and we always stayed level-headed towards it and kind of made it a joke until the conversation got real and got to a place where it needed to be.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about where we can buy your book, the title of your book, and then list your socials for us so all our viewers can see you online.
So if you're interested in a really good book, Pray the Gay Way is available on Amazon or at ZakarTwins.com. So if you want to follow our journey, everything, TikTok, Twitter, all that is at Zakar Twins.
Thank you for joining us this week on A Gay in the Life.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having us.